Why, hello there. Reporting to you live here in Seoul, Korea. As you can see, everyone's kind of in coronavirus mode here. As you watch the news and all that. So, hence the mask that you see on my face. But yeah, I wanted to make this video to show you guys what's really happening on the streets of Seoul. And fun fact, it's been about 5 years since I've been in Korea, and I can tell you a lot has changed here. Right now we're in Hongdae, and I want you to notice something right away. What I notice is that there's not a lot of people. And that's kind of odd because Hongdae is known for being the most popular place for people to go out and about and have fun. But it feels quite the opposite. As you can see, it's a lot quieter. The streets are a lot cleaner. That's a good thing. That's a good sign. A lot of people are they're going about their day as usual while wearing this thing. And if I would say about like 95% of people are wearing this when they're going about. And yeah, when you catch someone not wearing a mask like this, your eyes quickly divert towards them. I'm like, oh, it's kind of a shock seeing someone without a mask. But yeah, as you can see, there's no panic on the streets. People are not going crazy. I think the mainstream news, yeah, I don't know if you can hear me clearly with this mask on. So, what you see on the news is probably over bloated or just over dramatic, I would say, because they keep reporting the number of deaths and infections and all that. But I'm not worried. A lot of people here are not really worried. This is really not the epicenter of where the virus has been hit in Korea in particular. Guys, new construction. No, most of the incidents have occurred in the south of Korea, in Daegu and Busan. That's where they've been hit the most with this virus. Here in the northern area, Seoul, very few cases. But still, people are on high alert. And you can see it. Like, a lot of people are staying home. Not just the kids. You know, you probably heard the news. The kids, they were instructed to stay home for the next 2 weeks. Ordered by the government. School shut down. Same thing goes with private schools. The same thing goes with offices as well. So a lot of office workers have been told to stay at home and work at home. This is, we're getting close to the epicenter of Hongdae. But still, not a lot of people. It's kind of quiet. And this is like a Saturday afternoon. This is when it's like, it should be like pumping and like going crazy, right? And as you can see, they're trying to condone busking or public gatherings, no busking. Which is kind of strange because Hongdae is the place to busk. I used to busk a lot with my guitar. It was fun. And seeing all these like different groups of entertainments like rappers and guitarist players and all sorts of dance acts as well, doing their things on the street and then gathering a circle. That used to be fun. But I haven't seen it so far. Last time I saw that was 5 years ago. So there you go. So the buskers are all gone for now. And instead, it's been replaced with this clean road. 5 years ago, this road did not exist. It was like a really dilapidated, constructed road, right? It was very hard to walk on. But they repaved the whole road. And it's a lot cleaner. It's a lot nicer, I would say. It's more refreshing. And I would say, to sum up one word for Hongdae, 5 years later is gentrification. I can see that a lot of that indie vibe is gone. A lot of that underground vibe doesn't exist anymore. It's more commercialized. I see a lot more commercialization of this area because of probably the Chinese tourists that make up a huge chunk of the income here, or just people worldwide that travel to Korea. They want to hang out in Hongdae, so it's more for tourists now. As a result, a lot of those indie clubs or businesses that I used to like coming here to, I don't see them anymore. I just see these commercial businesses. A lot of these. It's not as fun. It's not as innocent as before. By the way, if I'm not wearing a mask, yeah, people will look at me, be shocked. But here's what I have to say about the mask. This thing is not going to protect you from any virus, airborne whatsoever. Okay? You have to have a mask that's properly sealed around your entire mouth at all times. And wear like safety goggles if you want to be like 100% sure. Or you might as well just wear one of those like lab suits that you see those nurses in Wuhan wearing, right? To be 100% protected. So the masks here are more of like a way of saying I'm doing my part to stop the spread of the virus. Or just putting this on. It's just a custom. Okay? But you know, practicality wise, it's not going to protect your mouth or eyes from infection, right? Okay, it's going to happen whether you like it or not. So don't worry about the mask if you're wearing if you're not wearing an N95 mask or not proper mask. It doesn't matter. Okay, it's all for show, I would say. Because a lot of people I see are wearing masks that don't really protect their mouth. They're not N95 approved. They're like hospital masks, but they're colored in black. It's just more for style, okay? It's just for appearances. So I wouldn't worry about what kind of mask you bring. There was one guy I saw, he wore a proper P100 mask. It's one of those like 100% foolproof masks, the gas mask that you wear. That was one time, and he had those pink air filters on the sides. But other than that, there's a lot of people are wearing these hospital masks, as you can see, just for show. So, one thing I noticed is that when I wear the mask, by the way, I'm from Vancouver, and back in Vancouver, nobody's wearing this every day on a daily basis. So when I first arrived here, which was like a few days ago, I'll get into that while I'm here in another video, but for now, let me say, wearing a mask every day when you're out and about is really tedious, okay? It keeps your mouth warm, yes, especially when it's cold here in wintertime, but it just makes me sleepy. This mask gets dirty really easily because you're huffing and puffing. I tried jogging with this thing on. Sucks. You have a hard time breathing in and out, but this is a proper N95 mask. Still, I like to keep it down here for like just to breathe out of my nose sometimes. But when I'm on the subway, I go like full nose and mouth cover, especially in the subway, closed quarters areas. But for like, out and about like this, I like to keep the mask down like this. Breathe through my nose, give my nose a break, okay, ventilation system. Okay? So, I gotta wash this mask constantly because it gets dirty. It has a filter that I can replace it with. And, it's not fun to wear. If I had a choice between a mask and no mask, I wouldn't wear a mask. But I'm doing my part, okay? It's just, like I said, it's for show. And, This area alone, this street here, this street alone should be hustling and bustling. Like, as you can see, it's like, I would say like 50% packed. This road is usually unwalkable because there's so many people walking past each other here. But as you can see, there's not many. Like, look at this, so many gaps. I can practically run around people I couldn't do that before. No way, I would be like slithering past people, shoulder to shoulder. But that's not the case here.